Hey, boys and girls, it's Mr. Sambarsky here, and I'm going to be showing you how to record sound samples to make a drum beat. So, as we said before, there's kind of three basic sounds you got to get: a low sound, a high fast sound, and then a louder snare drum kind of sound. So, I've got my three sounds here, and I'm going to show you how I record it. So, I'm going to start up on the first track. I'm going to record myself hitting this drum here. I'll shut off my metronome because that's annoying. Don't need to know. So when you do that, you don't need to keep any beat necessarily because when you make your loop, you're going to do that. But you want to record a couple times so that you can find what sound works best for you. Now I'm going to record my hi-hat sound. Make sure the right track is selected and that this R is enabled to record. Now I'm going to record the bucket. Let's see if I can get this here. Just doing this. Beginning. Better mute the first one so I don't pick up that sound. Right, and for the last one, go to the next track here, and I'm going to record those 5-gallon buckets again, but this time I'm going to drop it on the ground for my snare drum sound. All right, got my tracks selected, the others muted. Control spacebar is the shortcut. Yes. One more time. Yes, all right. So now I've got my sounds here. And now the part is to chop it all up and to make it into something you can work with. So the first thing I'm going to work with is my bass drum. Since my mind likes to work chronologically, I can cut out the stuff I don't need. Just listen to find my best sound. So I think actually maybe that first one sounded the best. So I'm going to try to get as close to the beginning of that as possible so that I can have a clean start right where I want it to start. So I zoom in and then do that. I don't know how long I'm going to need it yet, so I'll just leave that as is. Move it to the beginning. And now I'm going to work on the second one here. So as you can see, I've got a couple different waveforms in there. So I want to find which one sounds the best. Let's see what this part sounds like. Okay, that could kind of work. Yeah, I might like that part. And we'll listen to the last little chunk here. I think I'm going to use this little last chunk of it. I can get rid of the rest of it. Zoom in a little bit more to get right up to the start of it. And my final last one. So I know that I don't need those later After Effects. Yeah, that could sound cool. So zoom in a little bit closer. Didn't like that ending, so I better cut that off a little bit. So now you don't need to make these perfect. This is a composition project after all, not a mastering and sound engineering project. So if I zoom back out so that I can see my measures here, I'm just going to put my bass drum, and you can do these differently however you want, but I'm going to do beat 1, 1, 2, and then I'm going to put my hi-hat on every 8th note. Just copying and pasting. And then my snare drum, copy that, put it on beat 2 and 4. And let's hear what we got. There you go. So the hardest part is, I guess, kind of everything. There's 4 parts to that. So figure out what sounds you're going to get, record those sounds, edit those sounds to be able to use them, and then turn them into a drum beat. And there's your 4 parts. But hope you have fun doing it, and hope you find some creative sounds for us to hear. All right, take care.